So you guys found the first video on my channel. I'd say thank you for joining me today and welcome. We're going to be talking about quite a very topic serious, and I've been meaning to make this video for actually a very long time, so feel free to enjoy the gameplay in the background. That's all I have at the moment. I'm not an expertise YouTuber or anything, but while I'm at it, I might as well make something out of it. So before any people get offended, I would recommend everybody to actually watch the entire video and see if there's any common ground we can actually find before you puny people decide to actually make any sort of arguments, because I think that would be very obsolete and it would actually help my argument in a way. Nonetheless though, I want to talk about the red pill and how I believe it's a bunch of garbage. As you guys saw from the title, it's going to be named something like that. As a former red pillar, I used to believe it was all Saint All and the saving grace of everything, and I'm not gonna lie, it has helped me tremendously. I got into vastly better shape. I'm much more healthier, much more attractive, and not that it matters on a worldwide spectrum level, but it has helped me deal with a lot of stuff that it hadn't done before. It helped me see things much more differently. However, just like most people experience the red pill, I think I also ended up falling into this red pill rage, and I was at it for almost an entire year. And it's pretty bad whenever you're in that sort of stage. You don't know what to do. You're just mad at the world. It's very bad for your mental health and prospect. But it seems like people only tell you watch out for the red pill rage, but they don't actually tell you how to get through it exactly. And I assume so because everybody has their own ways of coping. However, that's a topic for another video. Eventually, after I reached my settlement point of ending the red pill rage period, the red pill had made me question my own reality, and in that sort of case, it made me question the red pill's reality as well. There was always a lot of stuff in there that they said that was complete nonsense, and it was other bullcrap that I did not like and just did not mix out into the real world. There were always these entrepreneurs, these successful people, and it just did not make sense when you actually put it to reality. There's people who are just not as fortunate. Say for example genetics, not everybody's gonna get the same fortune of being tall or building good muscle. So there was these little points that they always made. Oh well, you could just have an abundance mindset, you could just do this, no pain no gain, as some like to say. And unfortunately I fell into that tremendously, and I will say I am partially lucky because I'm not tall nor am I short. I'm rather just about average, and I look maybe average. I don't know how to actually put myself on the actual scale, but nonetheless, not everybody can actually fall into that. And that was just one of the small points that made me question the red pill and actually question its functionality, if it would work with everybody. Because obviously, with science, when you do something, say for example gravity, and you throw it, well, the speed at which it's going to come down is 9.8 meters per second times the actual mass of the product. That can be tested and done. Whereas the red pill, unfortunately, it's something that just cannot work for everybody. And that's just a harsh reality. And that's mostly why I created this channel, so people can hopefully see that there's a much harsher reality than there is of the red pill, and how the red pill is really just this gimmick and is no better than what they claim to be. And one of the other prospects that really used to take me off is when they would always have to sell their course or make very long intros at the beginning of the video. Buy my book, buy my course. And I always used to say, well, you know, you are a man, and personally, me being a man, I would like to help other people become a better person. And I just did not understand what was the case with this. You want me to buy a course to become a better man, and you're basically feeding off of me. And here I am, a 4'11" guy, trying to make an attempt of becoming a better person and selling me your $3.99 course. Well, how am I ever supposed to become a much better person if I'm spending half of my paycheck on your course? And well, it turns out that I'm still the same person. All I gained was some ignorant knowledge from you, and really it's just rinse and repeat with everybody. So I will give credit where it is due, and I will say that the red pill has tremendously helped me, and it has helped a lot of people. But I think up until a certain point, it just becomes total abysmal and it's just not helpful anymore. Their ideologies and the way they think gets so far and rooted in you, and the way they think just seems to be more self-destructive after a certain point. Basically, like a graph, it goes up and up and up, and I think once it reaches a certain level, instead of becoming helpful, it becomes self-destructive. And unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people actually reach that point. They reach points such as misogyny, hating life, depressed, and they unfortunately come crashing into the harsh reality of what things really are. So hopefully you guys do not have to go through that, and of course I'm not gonna totally neglect the red pill, but I will say points here and there that just are total BS. Some of the most major red pill channels basically make videos about the same exact thing every single day. I mean, what exactly are you trying to tell me that's new? What good information are you providing me that you have not provided me already? Yes, I understand you're trying to make a living on here as well, but if you're gonna be doing something like that, at least be honest and do such things like that instead of feeding lies to some of these poor guys that really won't ever be able to do anything about it. I think a lot of guys personally in the red pill or the manosphere are in it for women, and I was in it as well. I got into the whole red pill after a breakup, and that's just my way of coping. Really, it helped me out tremendously, I'm not gonna lie. But some people never seem to get out that phase, and that's the phase that they're always stuck in. And so clearly, me being average person is definitely going to have much more options in the dating market versus a guy who's 4'11", can't really build muscle, doesn't have a nice facial structure. I will say that I was very fortunate to have a nice facial structure, and of course genetics play into that. I was not picky about who I chose to be my parents, and not I don't think anybody really is. At least I don't think so. So I really do not like the idea of these people selling fake lies to a certain extent. Of course, it works for a good portion of guys, but it does not work for everybody. And unfortunately, you cannot tell from the beginning whether it's not going to work for you or not, unless you can see right through them and understand that not everybody is as lucky, not everybody is as fortunate, and you're just going to have to deal with what you have. That's just the harsh reality of things, and that's just the way things are. So this is my first video. I will take arguments down in the comments below as to why you think the red pill is a praise all be all. I will say that I don't completely disagree with all their fundamentals. However, I think after a certain extent they become silly children and they kind of lose track of what their actual identity was, and I think that's a little bit deceitful. But nonetheless, I don't want to make this video too long. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully next time I can actually make a video a lot better rather than bring in some gameplay.